because I've never been scared to take a risk. Like, I am a true risk taker. Like, I'm quick to take risks. Say I had $5 left, yeah, I'm gonna pray to God and use 4 of them dollars and keep one in my pocket to flip it to make something else and just pray. And it always works out in my favor. Like, hey y'all, hey girls, we back with another one. For those who are new, it's Desire and I Desiree. Today we're gonna do a little Q&A, get to know me, because I've been getting a lot of questions and it's normally the same ones over and over again, so I kind of want to get those out the way first. And I also made a poll on my Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow me on my Instagram at DesireHerCEO and support the business at Wigs by Desire, soon to be Desire Her Co as well. But yeah, so let's get into it. Y'all. We in my bedroom today because yeah, we just here. All right, so we not at the shop, we at home. It's Sunday. I'm chilling. I have a dinner to go to. Make sure y'all get into this look, because Asia did it. Asia Styles. Make sure y'all go follow her as well. So yeah, as you all know, I have a hair business, wig business, so the same thing, and I'm also a hairstylist. So I have a busy schedule. One thing I can say, y'all, if you have a business and you provide services, like say you got products and services, and say that the products you sell, like they need your services, it's so hard. Like, it is so hard. But I'm in my notes on my other phone, my business phone, so that's why I'm be looking down, because I put in my notes all the questions that everyone asked, on top of like the most frequently asked questions. Sorry y'all if I'm doing this. I'm trying to make sure my notes don't run, because it tends to do that. Okay, the first question is where I'm from. So yeah, everybody else know where I'm from. They think I'm from Texas. I'm not from Texas, y'all. All right. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. If you don't know, St. Louis is like 3-4 hours from Chicago. It's a small city. It's not super small, but it's small. Like, everybody know everybody. It's not a lot to do unless you like going to the clubs, strip clubs. You go sightseeing and boom, boom. The food is good. One thing about it, one thing I can say is I love me some food from St. Louis. Like, I just want to go all the way back home just to eat. Like, if you know. If y'all ever heard of Red Hot Riblets and Vest Sodas, and what else is it? Emo's Pizza? Oh my God. And then Nephews downtown. Oh my God, it's so good. I don't know if they still good, but they was good. And I used to go every week. But yeah, that's where I'm from, y'all. I currently stay in Houston, Texas right now. So I get a lot of people that ask me like where I'm from and stuff because of that. Also, y'all, a fun fact is I just found out, I took a DNA test, I just found out I'm Nigerian. So it's a lot of Nigerians, Africans out here as well. So sorry, I talk with my hands a little bit, sorry. But yeah, it's a lot of them out here, and people always ask me like what's my ethnicity, and I never knew. I'm like African American. Whole time I'm Nigerian, y'all. I'm Nigerian. It's a difference, but that's just crazy to me because they were like, you got Nigerian features and I'm like, girl, whole time I am. How old am I? Yeah, I am getting old. I am 22. I'm about to be 23 in 5 days. Yeah, it is March 22. It's 4/19, by the way. It's Sunday. It's my chill days. But yeah, y'all, I'm going to New York, so I'll be recording. I'm recording that experience. I'm taking a solo trip actually. So the ones who say I'm crazy, girl, get over it. Travel alone if you want to. Just know how to, be safe, be smart, do what you gotta do. But I think everybody should do it. When did I start doing hair? Okay, I get this question a lot. I started doing hair. So, okay, when I was young, I would want to play with Barbie dolls. I was still a tomboy, but I used to like Barbie dolls, playing in their hair. And then one day, my granny bought me one of those. Y'all remember the little Sasha dolls? The ones that had like the head with the hair on them? So I used to have one of them, and she basically sat there and taught me how to braid. And I used to just sit there and braid the doll hair, take it down, braid it again. And you know, you like the Sasha because she was black, so she had the hair you can braid. You know. But so yeah, I started braiding like young, and then I started doing like close friends and family hair. Then I started watching YouTube, learning how to do like the sew-ins, and it was just it kind of, I'm not gonna say it was natural because I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't hard for me to learn how to braid. Like once my granny showed me that one time, it was just like I was doing it, like, and it was fun to me to do. You know, it was fun. I used to like doing my own hair, and it was just it kind of like, I feel like she kind of like manifested doing hair for me, because if it wasn't for her, I would have been like, But yeah, so I started doing family and friends hair, just close friends. Me and my best friend, we actually grew up like doing each other hair, playing with each other hair, you know. We used to do a lot of stuff, y'all. A lot of stuff. She was good at styling, and I was good at like braiding it down and, you know, stuff like that. Helping, you know, we used to help each other do our own hair, because who was fun to pay somebody back then? No, not me. I started like not even before my teens. Like it was so young. Like I was charging like $25, $45 to family, $50, you know, not even a lot to even, it was just something, just a little something, honestly. If I can find pictures, I will go back in. I'm gonna go to my Facebook. I'm gonna find pictures and I'm gonna show you how the old stuff, because it's really funny though. And then what made me actually like start taking hair serious is I joined the military. So if y'all watched my part 1 of how I started my business, I kind of go over it. But basically, I joined the military. They have enough money. I had to do what I had to do, and I started back doing hair. And I was always good at braids and stuff, so I started off braiding. And then it's kind of personal to me. Not really personal, but like for me getting into the wigs and stuff and the installs, I honestly used to I started like doing my research. I'm like, okay, I was in the military, so I'm like, I can't have no leave outs so I'm gonna have a straight hair with a little patch of nappy in my hair. No. And it be hot in Texas, y'all. I swear to God, in Fort Hood, 100 degrees. Like it was so hot. And then I had to work outside, so it just didn't work. With a hat on my head, sew-ins wasn't gonna work. Leave out sew-in wasn't gonna work at all. The braids wasn't gonna work because I previously had braids when I first went to basic training, and it pulled out my edges. So I ended up getting alopecia from that, y'all. So I'm like, okay, I ain't having no leave out because I ain't got no edges. And then it's just, I didn't want to heat damage my hair. So then I end up just doing research, and wigs came in the picture when I think I was on YouTube or something. So I'm like, okay. So I went to the beauty supply, bought me a wig. Closure and like 2 bundles. It was for like a bob. It was some cheap hair, y'all, cheap hair. And I ended up making me a wig out of that. It was horrible. If I could find a picture, it was horrible. But yeah, it was horrible. Then I ended up buying, this man had a deal for like $100 to make a wig. I ended up hand sewing that to a wig as well. But then I'm like, okay, I like the outcome of that. I did a good job. It's just, it took too long. And I'm like, okay, what is a faster way for me to do this? Yeah, I looked it up. Sewing machine popped up. I'm like, all right. I ain't even know how to use a sewing machine, but I bought one. I popped that little TV disc into my PS4 when I was watching it, and I would figure out how to use it. And I was just watching YouTube videos on how to make a wig on a machine, and that's really kind of like how I got started. And then once, you know, I started putting my time into it and posting it, and the people just started wanting me to make their wigs as well. And then install, I didn't know how to install back then either. I just do my own hair, so that's why I was practicing on myself. And then like I had a lot of clients from doing braids and stuff all the time, and they'd be like, and basically like once I started doing my own hair, they'd be like, oh, can you do me? So basically it was the same story. Like I started doing my own installs, and people wanted me to install on them. I had like clients that wouldn't mind me practicing on them. Yeah, it was so ugly. But if you watch my part 1, I kind of tell y'all about that as well. Another question was why I chose Houston. I honestly chose, it was between Houston and Dallas. And I had kept asking for like signs before I moved. 'Cause I'm like, I don't know which one I want to move to. I knew I was getting out the Army, and you know, within like a year, you know, you get out the Army, you need to have a plan. So I'm already thinking like a year ahead, like, okay, where I'm gonna go. So I start using like Houston hashtags and Dallas hashtags, and that's when I started getting a lot of orders from Houston, and like I was getting orders to Dallas too, but it was like more Houston. And then I had even clients was driving to me from Houston to come down, you know, to get their hair done, because I was like, oh, they can't find nobody. I'm like, Houston's so big, why you can't find nobody? So I'm like, okay, that's a sign. And I just kept using little stuff as a sign. So I'm like, okay, Houston it is. And I'm like, I've never been to a big city. Like St. Louis is small, and Fort Hood, like it's in Killeen area, it's like 3 hours from Houston. It's small too. It's just like St. Louis. Honestly, it's literally like kind of the same, except for Killeen is probably smaller. Probably, I don't know, but yeah. So I ended up just choosing Houston, and I felt like it was a easier drive too, because it was 3 hours away. So all I had to do was get my U-Haul and pack it up, drive it to Houston, and I was scared out of there. But I wasn't playing no games, y'all. I had my DD214 in my hand. My car was already packed. Picked up my dog, and we was on the road. Not even 20 minutes after I got my DD214. It was crazy. But yeah, it was crazy though. I had ended up looking at apartments. I didn't even come down and tour my first apartment. I ended up just moving off of that. Don't do that. I don't recommend it. Because I did a video tour, and then once I had already paid for everything, I ended up coming down in person when I was down here to hang out. And I sat in person. And it wasn't all that, but it was okay for the price that I was getting, you know. It was actually, I'm not gonna say it wasn't all that, because it was all that, but it was to me, it was okay or whatever. So that's what happened with that. And then honestly, when I really kind of moved off of, sorry, I heard something, but I really kind of moved off the strength of faith and me thinking, or you know, thinking that I was gonna have clients because of what people was telling me. And you know, I used to do polls on Instagram, like which city, blah blah blah. It's Houston always won, so I'm like, okay, Houston it is. And I did have a friend out here, but she moved now. But it wasn't off of that. It wasn't because of that. I didn't really care about not having friends, because you can always make friends. Honestly, like I honestly moved down here because I thought it was good for business. At the end of the day, yeah, I thought it was good for business, so that's why I moved here. And it was actually a good choice, because I'm doing very good out here. Like, it's so easy. Even though it's a lot of people doing the same stuff, people always stand out. Like, I get a lot of people from out of town that come to me and they be like, oh my God, I follow you and I'm from here and this and that. And I'm like, okay, girl, I'm going global, period. Oh, period. But, yeah. And then another question people asked me about was the military. Did I like it and all that? My job. So y'all, I was a part of the first integration of female tankers. So I was in a combat job, basically. Females wasn't allowed in combat jobs before 2018, I think, 2017. One of those, and I joined 2018. So 2017, October 2017 was when they start allowing females to join combat MOSs. And then I joined the Army January 2018, which was like 3 or 4 months later. So yeah, I was part of like the first integration of their little test, you know, to see if we were going to be good. You know how they do, like they testing stuff out, trying to see how it's going to work. So yeah, that was a big deal in the Army. It was a big deal in the Army for a lot of people. Like it was to the point I had interviews. People, like, it was just crazy. Like I would tell people what my job is. They'd be like, really? Oh my God. Like in the Army, they'd be like, oh my God, how do you like it? This and that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a separate video on my like experience in the military and being a female in a combat job. Like, if y'all want to know more of that, please comment below. Let me know, please, because I got some story times and a lot of them, and they get real juicy too. But yeah, we're gonna say that for another time. But yeah, I enjoyed my time. Not really, but I did. I feel like if it wasn't for the military, I wouldn't have started my business. Like, I don't know what I would be doing, because I didn't want to go to school. I probably would still be working as a server, honestly. Like, I just really didn't know. I'd probably be the manager at this point, because I was, you know, good at my job and shit like that. But I just took it as like a stepping stone, because in my head, everything happens for a reason, y'all. Everything does happen for a reason. So you either even the bad things, like if something bad happened, that means something good is coming out of that. So that's how I took it as, like, okay, I did my time, but it's time for me to get out. Like, I need to grow. My business was growing, but I was staying the same because I had to block my schedule off from going to the field. Yeah, remember we went to NTC for a month. I was devastated. I couldn't wait to get back to do some hair. Like, They used to be so upset because they be like, "You really trying to leave work just so you can go do hair and have a client? Why just get you your client right after you get off?" Because we're supposed to get off at 5, not 5:30, not 6 o'clock. Like, we used to get off late, y'all. I used to hate it because I'm like, we don't get paid overtime. And y'all taking all my time away from me. My personal time is my personal time in the Army. Like, they just didn't understand what personal time was. But yeah, like I said, that's another topic. How my business began and blew up. I kind of really talked about that. My business blew up from me always posting content. Like, one thing about it is every time I made a wig, I was posting on my Instagram story. I would have pictures. Like, I kind of just recorded my process. And if you go through my Instagram, you're gonna see I have so many posts because I don't delete nothing. I just keep it up there. You kind of gonna see the process of how I grew. I kind of use hashtags. I was interacting with other wig makers, like sending them some of my products. Like, it's just, you gotta network. And you just gotta go hard for your business. Like, I literally was a walking billboard in the Army as well. So they would see me in my wig. They'd be like, "Oh my God, your hair cute. Who did it?" Me, this a wig. I was that girl that always be like, oh my God, your hair's so cute. And I'm like, "It's a wig, girl." They be like, "For real, I couldn't tell." And I get in my business card. And then, honestly, going out in Killeen, I used to go out on purpose just to pass out business cards. Because that's where all the girls that need their hair done is at the club. They trying to get their hair done for their mans. And they trying to get their hair done. Like, go to the club. Go where the girls are going and pass out your business card. You might get those people that look at you sideways like, "Girl, why you doing that?" But then it's gonna be that other crew that's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna go follow her. This is so good." Like, you gonna have that. Like, and that's honestly, I had more support than the negative. Like, I don't remember having no negative comments with that, because I used to be shy to get on my business cards, but my friends, yeah. We used to think that people would think that we talking about their hair when we get on a business card, because we'd see somebody that wear wigs and weave, and then they'd be like, "Hey girl, if you need your hair done, here's my friend business card." And some people just take it and walk off, and some people drop it on the floor. Like, I honestly didn't care because, business cards don't cost a lot or whatever, but at least they see my name. They know who it is. They know who it is when they see that purple. Period. And that's another thing. I kind of stood out because I knew how to brand. I knew how to brand as well early. Like, every time you seen purple, you already knew it was me. One thing for sure, you seen that purple, it was me. It was Desire. And the purple ain't going nowhere. And that's just that on that, because it's royalty over here. Period. Yeah, I see when I wake up, I be feeling like I'm in a castle, like princess waking up and you get out of your bed, like, period. But but yeah, that's really how I grew. It's using social media, because I didn't start my business in St. Louis. Like, literally nobody in St. Louis probably even knew I had this going on until now. Like, literally, I'm so serious. I guess she's asking like what the experience with getting an install with me is like. Girl, we get down and dirty, we vent, we drinks, we watch some TV shows. Like, I have snacks and stuff for my clients, and I also have some wine. We wines and dines, period. If I can get y'all a private chef, I would. A private menu, like, period. But no. But yeah, it's a good experience. Like, we be having a good old time. I have clients that don't even know me. They be visiting me and telling me the whole thing. Like, I'm basically a psychologist. I'm a psychologist, y'all. Cause who? But no, I don't be really giving them like feedback. I just tell them like what I would do or how I feel like they should go about it. But you know how it is when you go sit down in your chair. You be telling them everything. Like, you be telling them everything. But secret safe with me, cause girl, I be telling them. But that's my thing. Like, when they be telling me stuff, I tell them stuff too, so they can feel like, oh, I'm not just trying to listen and stuff like that. I mean, people feel comfortable basically when they come to my chair. Honestly, they feel too comfortable because they get to talking and telling me stuff I don't even be needing to know. So, tips and tools for anyone looking to start a business in the hair industry. A tip I can say is you need to stand out, sis. You have to stand out. You have to find something that, and it's hard. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard because I'm saying this and I need to be taking my own word, but my own advice. But stand out. Like, find something. Like my thing right now with me is the purple. People already know it's me, and I'm trying to find something else to stand out with, honestly. So I'm honestly taking my brands to another level. So that's why I'm rebranding. But yeah, for me, learning from other people, you have to stand out in this industry. Like, you have to. Like, you need to be on TikTok, recording every little thing. Say you do something, say you ever did something like, okay, what's something I did? Okay, so say how I had made a TikTok, or reel of me making my hookah, and I put milk in my hookah, and some people was like, milk? What milk? Like, I ain't never used milk before. What milk do? This and that. Now you gotta make it interesting. You gotta make it interesting. You gotta make it to where people gonna be like, oh my god, I didn't know that, or like post little tips, like stuff that you think people keeping a secret. Like, you don't have to tell all the sauce. Like, say you teach classes, you don't have to say, oh, what you use and how to do it, and just tell them half the story. Tell them half of what it is, and it's gonna make it interesting. Like, you gotta keep the people wanting to engage with you. Like, ask them questions on social media, make them feel like they're welcome. Make people feel like, you gotta make people feel like they're part of your come up, if that makes sense. Like, you gotta make them feel like they're helping you out, so they're gonna want to support, they're gonna want to comment, they're gonna, it's just gonna, and be genuine. Honestly, like, be genuine. Don't be like, oh, thank you, with all these hearts, and you just gotta stand out and actually be genuine with what you do. Like, don't be trying, yes, you can do it for the money, but money's gonna come as long as you keep posting and being consistent. Like, people say this all the time, though. Honestly, people say it all the time. Like, every video I watch, people say be consistent. You have to be consistent. Like, you can't post. So my hair look a mess right now, but I wouldn't be able to post this because they're gonna be like, ugh, why her hair look like that, but it didn't on the other one, it didn't like that, and then he'll be like, oh, I don't want to book her because it don't look the same. It's basically like I'm still practicing. When I was practicing, people knew I was still practicing. That's one thing about it, though. People knew I was still practicing, and I loved them for that, because they were my supporters. They were my number. Like, if I could send a gift card to everybody who sat in my chair in Killeen, I would. Like, I would, because, girl, you got more balls than me. Because I don't like going to different people to get my hair done and stuff like that. But you just really got to stand out, be consistent, and be genuine. That's it. That's all you have to do. And stuff is going to start flowing. It's going to start flowing regardless, no matter what. Even if you get one client one day, it's going to be like, say it take you a year, and in that year, as long as you didn't give up, you're going to be booming. Like, you're going to be booming. Because they're going to be like, oh my God, this girl be posting so much. Like, I'm always seeing her. You got to put that shit in her face. Excuse my language, but you got to put it in their face. Like, I don't care. Like, they might mute my posts because they see me so much. I don't care. Don't care. That means you're not the customer for me. Because my customers like to see what I'm doing. They like to see, oh, how is she washing this? And I get my clients that come to me too, and they be like, how you do this? Well, how you do that? And I kind of just write it down in my notes if I have time to just remember to do a video on it, because people want to see that. They want to know that. Like, little people, they be like, oh, what do you use to take the lace off? How do you get the lace? They be like, oh, how do you get your baby hairs to stay down? And just use your resources. Like, Google, look up what people are asking about the certain industry and start making videos on that. Like, start doing stuff like that, y'all. You gotta do your research. This girl is my #1 supporter, period. Brand ambassador Danielle. Shout out to her, cause period, y'all. I love her. Your routine for natural hair maintenance or under your installs. Okay, y'all, that's a good topic, because one thing about it, one thing for sure, the hair game is changing like right now, because everybody are getting tape-ins, silk presses, taking care of their natural hair. And the reason for people doing that is because the lace prices are not getting cheaper. They're getting higher and higher, and it's getting harder and harder for us to sell these products to people. Like, it's getting harder and harder, but the girls that understand it's getting harder and harder, they're still going to purchase. They still, people, you got to do what you got to do. Because guess what? I'm still going to sell hair regardless. But it's getting hard out here. So the ones who was not taking care of their hair, they don't like to listen, and they just want to keep them glue on their head. It's not good. Like, people think that I have my wigs glued down year round. Like, for one, I wear my real hair twice a year, if even, maybe 3. But like, I don't wear it often because I don't know how to deal with my own hair. Because I'm good at doing wigs, lace, and installs. Like, I can get good at doing my natural hair, but that's something that I use on my free time to learn about my own natural hair. So I'm kind of good at doing it now, but I still have my own natural hairstylist. She does protein treatments. She's supposed to do it every 6 to 8 weeks, I think, but I kind of skipped out on the last one. But if y'all want to know what I do, I personally, last year, I used to just keep my hair braided down for months at a time and just keep oiling my scalp. I wash my hair with the braids in it, put another wig back on. I would wear Glueless Wig, so it was very easy for me to just take it off, put the oil on there, throw it back on, fix my wig up real quick and go. Like, I don't have to. I don't think people should glue their wigs down all the time because I have too many clients that keep getting their wigs glued, and I keep telling them you need a break, and they act like they can't take a break. Like, get a glueless wig. Everybody should invest in them a glueless wig that you could just throw on. Get you a bust down middle part wig like that you could just throw on your head when you need a break from glue, because the glue is not it. Like, yes, it's popping, but it's not it. People need to take care of their natural hair because now they're mad. Now they're mad because they can't wear the tape ins because they ain't got no edges. Hair all burnt up, skin different colors. It's just crazy, y'all. I done seen it all. But take care of the natural hair. Go to a natural hair specialist if you're not good at it. Get your hair deep conditioned. Get you some drops, Kaleidoscope, whatever you need to get. Cause when they recommended me to get Rogaine, the men's version, for my edges, cause right here and right here it got bald and I was just super thin. But my hairline did grow back or whatever. And I don't put my glue on my edges. I put the cap on my edges and the glue goes in front of it, you know, to protect my edges. And I also use quick tip for the hairstylist, I use you know, it's like a barrier that you put when you get glue ins between your hair, and I use that on my edges before my install, so that way when you do pull it off, it's not pulling your hair, it's going to be pulling that barrier off. But don't be pulling on y'all hair and y'all edges. If it's itching too long, that means take that wig off, y'all. I just had a client, she said her hair was itching so bad and she never took the wig off. She took it off, y'all. Her skin was flaky, turned and burnt. Like, you know how you look when you get burnt by something? Not really burnt, but it didn't look good, y'all. It's not gonna be a good day. Give y'all edges a break. If Erica took a class on these tape ins and trying to do them, that should be telling y'all something. Give y'all edges a break. He even tell people, give them wigs a break. Wear your real hair sometime. Please, let it breathe. Period. But yeah, I like to get a silk press. So my hair been growing real good. I just had to get that out, y'all, because I just need to get that out. Recommended beginner-friendly hair products to use for wig installs. I like Eben, Boho for glue, Eben for glueless. I like the olive oil one too. It's literally safe for wigs. It's like a spray. Other hair products I do like for wig installs. I like my little serum, y'all. I've been using this serum for over a year now, and I'm gonna drop it with my next relaunch. So some girls got it, y'all. Some of my clients got it, and I let them buy it from me. How hard is it to start a business for the first time with no skin in the game? It's not hard. It's hard, but it's not hard. People be overthinking it. Just do it. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to go out there. Well, yes, get a website. If you know you're gonna take it serious, get a website. Don't pay for the paid thing. Just get a free one that you can put your stuff on, so that way people don't think you're a scam with the Cash App. Get you a website, get you some products, start taking pictures with your phone and posting about it. Post about it all the time. People want to see it. Use hashtags, like I said. It's not hard. Everybody's going to have I promise you, y'all, the new generation, everybody's going to have a business. So if you need to, right now is the time to start. Is basically what I'm saying. Start your business. Stop being scared. Stop being scared. Just stop being scared, because you know what's crazy? I have to sit back and think about like why I am where I am today. And it's because I've never been scared to take a risk. Like, I am a true risk taker. Like, I'm quick to take risks. Say I had $5 left, yeah, I'm gonna pray to God and use $4 of them dollars and keep one in my pocket to flip it to make something else and just pray. And it always works out in my favor. Like, that was just a metaphor, but still, it always works out in my favor. Take a risk. I wouldn't, like, a risk for me was moving to Houston and leaving all my clientele behind. Like, I didn't have no clientele when I moved here at all. I just moved here and I kind of built my clientele. So yeah, just take risks, y'all. You have to take risks. Like, you have to take risks. That is that. You just have to take risks. So take a risk, save you some money, buy whatever product it is you're gonna buy. Or if it's hair, go to the beauty supply. Start there. Like, start at the beauty supply, because that's what I did. Start at the beauty supply, and I started letting people provide their own stuff once I got good at what I did, and then I just kept building from there. Y'all, I gotta finish getting ready. My friend is having not a birthday dinner, anniversary dinner for her business. So yeah, about to get cute, take some pictures, period. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Desire Her CEO, so y'all can see my photos or whatever. I'm about to take them myself, I think. I think I want to take some now and then some later too, but we're gonna talk about that later. Yeah, so please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, go watch my How I Started the Business Part 1. So y'all can kind of get a better understanding. But I kind of said the same things a little bit, but not really. We gonna be back with another one. But yeah, for real. Comment below what type of videos y'all want me to do. Is it more entrepreneur vlogs? Is it more sit down videos? Is it more hairstyle videos? I kind of wanted to start this series where y'all want me to try out different products for y'all and do reviews on them. Anything you can buy from the beauty supply, basically, like, have me test that out for you and get my honest review on it. If I have any black-owned entrepreneurs that doesn't sell hair or hair products, if y'all want to send me stuff, we can do that, because I'm actually about to get into doing the little Shein hauls and Fashion Nova hauls, and you know, I gotta put this body to use. So just comment down below, y'all, what y'all want me to do, because your girl is here for you, period. Whoever caught that bar is that girl, period, y'all. But yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all want to see, because I'm here for y'all, and that's just that. Okay, get into the look, because Asia did her thing, and that's just that on that. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying that, but alrighty, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video.